Let me tell you about the time I learned a valuable lesson about trying to act tough. You know how it is when you're young. You'll do just about anything to prove yourself. I was on this road trip with my family in our RV. My Uncle Keith was driving, and he was always the kind of guy who'd challenge you just to see if you'd bite. Well, at this small town gas station in the middle of nowhere, he bought these fresh jalapagos that the owner claimed were extra special hot. Now, being the chubby kid who usually only got excited about chocolate and pizza, I had absolutely no experience with spicy food. But when Keith looked at me with that smirk and said, "Bet you can't eat one of these whole," something in me just couldn't back down. The moment I bit into that jalapeño, time seemed to slow down. First came the crunch, then this deceptive moment of, hey, this isn't so bad. Oh man, was I wrong? It felt like someone had lit a blowtorch in my mouth. My face turned as red as the brake lights on our RV, and tears started streaming down my face. Here's where it gets really good, or bad, depending on how you look at it. We were in the middle of nowhere, and guess what? Our RV's water tank was running really low. Keith had been telling us to conserve water until we reached the next town. So there I was, dancing around like a cartoon character, my mouth on fire, and the only liquid available was about half a bottle of warm Sprite. I must have looked absolutely ridiculous, running around the RV parking lot, fanning my mouth, making these weird squealing noises. Keith just stood there, arms crossed, watching me learn my lesson the hard way. He wasn't angry at first, until I desperately grabbed his expensive bottle of Gatorade and chugged the whole thing in one go. That's when he got pissed. Not only had I ignored his warnings about the jalapeño, but I'd also just downed his last drink for the long drive ahead. Let's just say the next 2 hours in that RV were uncomfortable, both because of my burning mouth and Keith's icy stares in the rearview mirror. Looking back now, it's pretty funny, but at that moment, I learned 3 important things. Never underestimate spicy food, always respect the water supply in an RV, and most importantly, don't let your pride write checks your taste buds can't cash. The real kicker, that gas station owner later told us those weren't even their hottest jalapagos. Sometimes the best lessons come with a side of fire and regret.